welcome to my podcast, Spiritual Quest, with me, your host, Vibeke Garnos, always guided by Spirit. I am very excited to share my gift with you and empower you to embrace your gift. So if you define yourself as a spiritual human being, then you've come to the right place. So prepare yourself now for an amazing journey where your soul will lead the way. I invite you now to open your heart, ignite your passion in life, and start living with grace and gratitude by allowing your soul to speak. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a question for you. Are you ready for an adventure that can actually heal your past and bring more love into your life? Who wouldn't be excited about that? No question about my excitement for today's topic, which is past lives. And we're going to be talking about how past lives can heal your present life. I've facilitated past life regressions for over a decade, and I've had some amazing experiences where people have literally let go of years of emotional pain just by exploring a past life. How is that possible? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, let me tell you a personal story about how I transformed my relationship with my father just by me going through one past life regression, which actually I did completely on my own. In my teen years, I had a difficult time relating to my father and trusting what he said. I was always questioning his intention, and in certain situations, I became very afraid of what he could do. It was like he had a forceful personality which could decide my faith in any moment, and I just couldn't shake that feeling. None of this was actually reality, but this is what I carried within myself, and I just didn't understand why. I did ask my social development teacher about what she thought about what I was feeling, and unfortunately, it actually made it worse. I know she did her best with the resources she had available, but I knew my father had never abused me physically or emotionally, so being presented with that made actually my experience even worse. I truly loved my father, but there was just this fear of judgment that I could not let go of, and it seemed like nobody understood. And I was afraid to talk about it because I didn't want anybody to think bad of my father. I knew this was something within myself that I had to uncover. Guided by Spirit, I started to research and found a book about self-hypnosis. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name of the book, but I started to practice self-hypnosis. And after a while, I made it back into a past life. I found myself in the outskirts of Paris, France in the 1600s. I was living on the streets with my younger sister and some other orphan kids. I was one of the oldest in the group, and I would go to the market and steal food to bring back to the others. One day, somebody spotted me and followed me back to the other kids, and we were all taken. The oldest kids in the group, including me and my sister, were brought out to a major public square where we would get our sentence. Just talking about it actually makes me a bit queasy. I could actually hear people cheering when I stepped onto that platform in front of a device which actually looked like the guillotine, which is a beheading device. One man started to read the offense, and then I hear a familiar voice. I look up, and on that platform above me, I recognize my father's soul. I was terrified, and his condemning eyes punctured my soul. Everything went very fast from that moment on. I was convicted and beheaded right there and then. I actually experienced my soul releasing from the physical body before my death, and I was lingering, waiting for my sister's beheading, and together we traveled back home into spirit. Not until many years later, when I had my second child, did I actually realize that she was my sister in that life. And the connection between her and my father, Oh, it's very, very special in a deep and loving way. So after I explored this life, something shifted in me, and I understood why I had those emotions, anchoring the fear of judgment onto my father in this life. And it's very important to point out that this is my experience, and I would never put this on my father by any means. This is my healing to have and go through so that I now can embrace my father with unconditional love. And of course, our relationship has improved by me standing up for myself and being able to love without being conditioned by the past. Pretty amazing, right? Exploring a past life doesn't have to be anyway close to this drama, but it can give you clarity on issues and themes in your current life that you are struggling with. And especially if you've tried other healing techniques that might not have worked, maybe it's your soul that needs healing to find peace within life. Do you feel that there is something holding you back from fulfilling your life purpose and you just don't know why? Or do you feel stuck in life, not knowing how to move forward to create the life your heart and soul desire? If you're ready to embrace your personal spiritual quest with me, your host Vibeke Garnos, then get on my waitlist for my 12-week spiritual quest journey, which is open for registration right now. More details to be found in the episode summary. Now, let's listen to what my soul has to share about today's topic as I'm being guided back into a past life by regression specialist Paul Williamson.
So what I'm going to suggest for you, just to help your consciousness tune in, is just for you to imagine now that you're on a path. And as you're on that path, just allowing this to place you into that dimension of experience now where you need to be. And you can easily speak with me in English as I speak to you, so that you can express everything that's going on for you. So you're there now, on that path. That's right, you might be able to lift your head up even a little bit as you experience this more and more. That's right. So just tell me about this path. Tell me about this path where you are.
There are many people around.
There are many people around? Okay.
They're all screaming and yelling.
Yes.
It's bricks on, like old bricks from an old town.
Yes.
And they're men and women, but mostly men.
Yes.
And they're wearing those kind of robes that you did in the old days in the Testament, in the Bible. We're in Jerusalem.
Okay. Just breathing with this now. Just notice the ground under your feet. What are you standing on?
Bricks.
Okay. So as you're standing on these bricks, what have you got on your feet there?
Sandals.
Okay. And then what clothing are
Robe.
you? You're wearing a robe.
Brown robe.
A brown robe. So are you male there?
I am male.
And are you an adult or child?
Yes. I'm about 30 years old.
Okay. So just find that you can easily channel the thoughts, feelings, awareness of being this man. That's right, just letting that express itself through you here and now. You can also move between different times, moments.
It is excitement in the air.
Okay.
But it's a thrill on behalf of others' misery. There is a group of slaves or somebody being pulled forward.
Yes.
And I pray. I just pray. They're all going to be killed.
They're all going to be killed, these slaves?
And all these people are cheering where they are sentenced to death.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm terrified of what the humans can do.
Yes.
Children, adults all screaming, like enthusiastic to see these people being murdered.
Yes.
Slaughtered is a better word.
That's right. Just breathe with the emotions now. Just let the emotions come out of you.
I just pray.
All right. So just praying now. And is there anyone, I know there are a lot of people there, but are they, is there anyone with you, or do you feel alone there? I'll just give those to you if you need them.
There is someone there, but not present with me at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But after, I don't watch them.
You don't watch them killed?
I don't know. I pray. And I can still see their...
Breathe through
I
your
see
mouth.
their soul leaving their body
Yes.
before they are murdered.
Okay.
They're not present. The soul leaves. It's like it's dangling over their heads as they know what is going on. It's like they're already separated, just waiting for the death penalty.
Mm. And as you observe that, notice your feelings about that inside. What are your feelings?
It's an acknowledgement that my prayer has worked.
Okay.
That I have supported their soul and sent, I guess, blessed and asked for assistance and for the universe and God.
That's very beautiful.
To help them out. And when I see that, I acknowledge that. That's when I turn around and leave.
Okay. Let's find out a little bit more about you as this man. I want you to become aware now of the place where you normally live as him.
I live in solitude.
Mm-hmm. So you're just at that place, if it's out in the open or if you've got some kind of dwelling.
It's a stone house.
Okay.
It's a small, made of dirt and stone.
Dirt and stone. And you're living on your own there?
Yes.
So
I am known as being weird or special or more like a witch hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been outcast.
So you're not in any town or village?
No, I live in the outskirts of...
Okay. And it's just a typical day there. I want you to sense what you're doing as your main activities. If you're...
I do farming. I would say I play with dirt, if you wish.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I love growing, watching things grow. I guess being with the earth is the only solitude I have. It's living in tune with the earth.
Okay, good.
And
So-
people come to me sometimes for advice and healing.
Do they? All right. Well, it's one of the times when someone has come to you now. So tell me about that.
It is a woman.
Yes.
She's carrying a child that's not hers, which means she's been raped and don't want to acknowledge the child that she's carrying.
That's right. So
She wants me to assist in removing it.
Okay. So she's carrying this, she's pregnant, is that right?
Yes.
All right. So just go through the process of what you do in this particular situation.
I pray with her. I pray for the soul of the baby. I pray for her to open our hearts to receive this baby with an open heart, to give it life. So this is the way I assist.
Good. And just become aware now of the outcome of your efforts with her, just a little bit later.
She turns to somebody else
Mm-hmm.
and destroys the life.
Yes. So in a way, even though your prayers are sincere, you're not able to change her from what she wants.
No, free will.
Okay. All right. So I want you to be aware also of the person perhaps there that you have most contact with. It's one of the times you're with that person now. Tell me about that.
I think it's like an Orthodox priest.
Uh-huh.
He sees me and acknowledges me even though I'm not a participant of the church.
Yes. And how do you feel about that?
He's unconditional love.
Beautiful.
He opens his arms and hearts. He guides me to become a better man.
Yes. And you also receive that help from him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So from there, let's go forward. And it's later in that life now, you're older. I want you to just go now, it's an important event that happens. You're there at that point. Tell me about that now.
It's a ceremony of some sort. We're celebrating my marriage.
All right. So you're getting married now?
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful. So where is this? Is this an outdoor ceremony or is it
Yes.
indoors?
Under the stars.
Okay, good.
And we're dancing and singing and cheering, and there's a lot of people there.
That's okay.
I'm not at the same place anymore. I've moved.
Okay.
It's in Africa somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Do you sense that you're in the same lifetime or a different one?
Same lifetime.
Okay. So it's just the moment there when you make your commitment to your wife. How does that feel in your heart?
As one.
All right, so you feel a sense of oneness. It's beautiful. Now, I'd like to just trace something with you. I just want you to go back earlier, just to that moment when you make the decision, or that perhaps you're forced to leave from the place where you're living in this solitude, this place of solitude.
I will be next unless I leave. They will come for me.
Okay. So you sense that, having witnessed these slaves being
Yes.
being placed in that position of being killed. So you decide to leave to protect yourself.
Yes.
So it's just as you walk away now from that place. That's right, that place where you lived in solitude. Just notice how it feels as you take those steps.
I'm free.
All right. So just breathing in that sense of freedom. Okay, and what I think we'll do is we'll go right to the end of that life now. So it's just before you die. So when it's just before you die, are you standing, sitting, or lying?
I'm sitting with my cane outside under the stars.
Beautiful. Are there others with you?
I think it's my grandchildren playing in the background.
That's lovely.
I'm very at peace.
All right, that's beautiful. So just breathe with that peace that you're feeling and I guess radiating there.
I'm actually looking up to see where I'm going.
All right, you're anticipating it. That's wonderful. So just experience your last breath there and leaving that body. That's good. So when you leave the body, are you next to the body or above the body?
I'm free. I'm just going home.
Okay. So just experience that now. You're going home.
All hypnosis is really self-hypnosis. And you're always in control. That is, if you want to be. You wouldn't allow people to tell you to rob a bank and then go and do it, would you? Nor would you take suggestions from a past life therapist that was completely outside your character. So whatever preconceived thoughts you might have about hypnosis being mind control, you can just leave it at the door. I love hypnosis as a healing tool, both on a spiritual and a mindful level. It's the energy that we are able to release and the clarity it brings to life is what makes this such an awesome tool to explore. You know now that energy is everything, and this is a tool which affects both your energy input and output, so it can be pretty draining. But remember that you are working on such a deep level within your being, which you normally don't operate from, and that can be exhausting. So this is something to think about when you choose to explore a past life. Just make sure that you give yourself the time and space to really open up to the experience and integrate those learnings. I just want to mention that if you have any health issues that is affecting your heart rhythm, your breathing, or your blood pressure, you should always consult a physician before doing any kind of hypnosis. But for the most of us, this is such a gentle, relaxing, and powerful experience that will help you heal your past and strengthen your soul purpose. If you're now wondering if hypnosis is something that you can allow yourself to experience, I want to give you some tips on how you can get ready for a past life regression. Because I believe that everyone, and that includes you, can access a past life. You might need some practice to be comfortable going through the process, but I believe you can do it. So I want to give you some pointers to getting yourself ready. First of all, you need to be clear about your intention. Knowing why you want to explore a past life will allow your unconscious mind to respond with the most appropriate life that can heal and free you from whatever is limiting you in your current life. And not only that, you then create the framework, letting your unconscious mind know what you want it to do. And this is so important, as the unconscious mind would automatically protect you when it doesn't know what you want. Therefore, you need to be clear and comfortable with your intention. So start small and don't go for the big reveals right away. This will allow you to build trust within yourself. You'll start trusting the process and the past life facilitator. And not only that, it will allow you to experience even more as you continue exploring past lives. So number 2, you want to know which sensory response is the strongest within yourself. So are you mostly visual, or do you respond well to sound or feelings, taste or smell, or even your intuition that might be driving you, that you have a strong intuition? I want you to strengthen that muscle by focusing on that sensory response in everything you do leading up to your past life regression. Number 3, practice your meditation, your yoga, mindfulness, tension release exercises, any relaxation techniques that shifts your awareness and expands your perception and allows you to focus inward with ease and comfort. And number 4, and this is very important, be patient with yourself. Sometimes it can take a time to build that connection to fully engage through mind, body, and spirit. Now, you know how you can prepare yourself so that you can experience an amazing journey back in time. And remember, you might not get what you want, but you always get what you need. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions about today's episode or any other episode, then why don't you share them with me? I will do my best to answer as many as possible in my upcoming Q&A section of this podcast series. You can find my contact information in the episode summary. What an exciting episode. I really hope you enjoy this episode about how exploring a past life can heal your present life. Sometimes we just can't seem to find the answers to our current situation within this life. Knowing that we are souls having a human experience with the intent of raising our own vibration and frequency, reincarnation becomes an excellent way to learn how to facilitate our soul energy through human experiences and lessons. It's not easy to be human, equipped with emotions and feelings. But that's also why your life can heal and transform in one single moment. Emotions and feelings are energy. And that understanding of why you're having these emotions and feelings can set you free. And I think that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to share my soul purpose with you. I hope you enjoyed listening to Spiritual Quest with me, your host, Vibeke Garnos. And if you did, I would be grateful if you would share it with the world. I would love the opportunity to empower you to follow your soul's path in life and help you become a master of your soul's purpose by jumpstarting your personal spiritual quest. Subscribe to my newsletter by visiting vibekegarnos.com, and I will send you my heart activation meditation to jumpstart your spiritual quest. Let's stay connected and join me in the next episode when I'll be connecting soul to soul with my friend Paul Williamson. I'm excited to have Paul as my first podcast guest, where he will share his personal spiritual quest with you and how he is living his soul purpose and sharing it with the world. Thank you for listening. Sending you love and light from me, your host, Vibeke Garnos, always guided by spirit.